Hello everyone and welcome to our science lesson. Today, we are going to explore a fascinating topic, learn about light. We'll find out where light comes from, what happens when it's dark, and even investigate a big mystery about the sun. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let's begin with section 5.1, light sources. So let's think, what exactly is a light source? A light source is something that makes its own light. During the daytime, our biggest and most important light source is the sun. But what about at night? The moon gives us light, but does the moon make its own light? We'll find out in a moment. Look at this chart. We can put light sources into two big groups, natural and artificial. Natural sources of light happen in nature. Can you spot the natural ones in the pictures? The sun, lightning, and fireworks are all natural sources of light. Artificial sources are made by people. Who can see some? Yes, a candle, a flashlight, a lamp, and a meter, or a screen, are all artificial light sources. Now, here's a crucial point to understand. Light is a form of energy that lets us see things. But not everything we see is a light source. Some materials don't make light, they reflect light. This means the light bounces off them. For example, the book I'm holding is not a light source. It reflects the light from the sun, or the lights in this room. And that reflected light enters our eyes, which allows us to see it. The moon does not make its own light. It reflects light from the sun. The moon is a giant reflector, not a light source. Let's do a little experiment with our eyes. Look at the two pictures on the screen. You can see that the glass reflects the light shining on it. And look at the sea. It reflects the light from the sun. This is a great way to remember the difference. A light source makes light, but objects like glass, water, and even the moon reflect it. Now, let's move on to section 5.2, darkness. What do you see in this picture? It's a cave. Why is there light in that cave? Where is it coming from? That's right. A beam of light is coming in from an opening at the top. Now think about this. What would it be like without that light? It would be completely dark. Let's take a moment to share. Think of the darkest place you have ever been. Was it inside a closet? Maybe under the covers at night? What was it like? How did it feel? When it is very dark, you can't see anything at all, because your eyes need light to work. Okay, on to our last section. Section 5.3, the sun appears to move. We know the sun is our nearest star. It's a gigantic, very hot light source that gives us light during the day. But have you ever noticed that the sun seems to move across the sky? Let's look at this diagram. You can see the sun in different positions. It starts low in the morning, rises high in the sky, and then sets in the evening. It looks like it's moving from east to west, but is it really moving? Here's a fun way to see this movement. Let's check our shadows. Your shadow is caused by the sun's light hitting you and the ground blocking it. In the morning, when the sun is low, your shadow is very long. At noon, when the sun is high above you, your shadow is short or disappears. And in the afternoon, when the sun is low again, your shadow gets longer. The change in your shadow's length and direction proves that the sun appears to move across the sky. Let's recap some important things to remember from all of this. First, light travels in straight lines. You can see this if you shine a flashlight in a dark room. The beam of light is a straight path. It doesn't bend around corners. Second, the sun seems to move because of our planet. Earth rotates from west to east, just like a spinning top. This makes it look like the sun is moving from east to west. Here are some amazing facts about light to wow you. You might have heard of Thomas Edison. He didn't invent light itself, but he invented the first practical electric light bulb. A famous scientist named Isaac Newton wrote a book about light. He discovered that white light, like sunlight, is actually a secret mix of all the colors of the rainbow. And get this, nothing in the universe moves faster than light. It's the speed limit of the universe. All right, scientists, let's test our understanding. Let's do a think, pair, share. First, think about these questions on your own. Then, turn to a partner and share your ideas. 1. Let's name 5 sources of light in our life. Remember, they can be natural or artificial. 2. Which of those light sources are powered by electricity? 3. Let's remember, who reflects light from the sun? I'm looking for one big clue. It's up in the night sky. 4. Does the sun actually change its position during the day, or does it just appear to? 5. And finally, will you look at the sun directly? Why or why not? It's so bright, it can hurt our eyes. And finally, let's talk about something very important: staying safe around light. First and most importantly, never look at the sun or at very bright lights directly. They are so powerful that they can permanently hurt your eyes. Always protect your vision. Second, don't play in the darkness. We learned that our eyes need light to see, so when it's dark, we can't see obstacles or dangers. Always make sure you have enough light to stay safe. Third, did you know the sun gives off more than just light? It also gives off something called UV rays, which are invisible but can damage our skin. That's why we use sunscreen to protect ourselves when we're outside on a sunny day. And one more thing to connect back to our earlier lesson. You'll remember we talked about artificial and natural light sources. Well, some light sources are powered by electricity, like our lamps, flashlights and screens. Others, like the sun and fire, are not. So, to be great scientists, we must not only understand how light works, but also respect it and use it safely. That's all for our lesson today. Great job, everyone. Thanks for watching till the end. Hit subscribe if you want more videos like this.